Hello my magical friends, Jamie Mendez, owner of Magical Me, here on our Totem Tuesday to present this week's animal messenger for the world as a collective. So I have to apologize. For those of you who follow my Facebook page, you know that I'm still coming down off a pretty nasty head cold and sinus stuff going on. So it sounds way worse than it is. I actually feel fantastic today. It's the first day that I'm feeling much better, minus the little bit of congestion that I still have going on. So just bear with me. So that said, I want to discuss the two, not one, two messengers that stepped forward this week. The first one being the snake, or the serpent. Those of you who follow my messages every week for the Totem Tuesday know that the dragon was our last week's messenger, and it was all about that serpentine energy, so this week is not surprising. But there's something very interesting that happened where when I said we have two, there's another reason. And it's not even something that I would have thought essentially, or I should say initially, that would go hand in hand with the snake. And it is the cardinal. So let me explain how that came about. So as most of you know, how I tell you all the time that I put out consciously to the universe that whatever messengers would like to step forward to work with us for the world as a collective, allow me to be that divine channel or conduit of information to share with everyone else so that we can best utilize their magic in our everyday life, at least for that week, to get us through as best we can, right? So all week long I have been feeling, not seeing, feeling the energy of the snake. And I just chalked that up to the fact that I was working with the dragon energy, and they are very serpent-like and reptilian in nature. So that energy, that raw primal energy, was what was really coming forward for me. And so I thought it was the snake, but at the same time I was seeing cardinals. Now I'm seeing them and I'm feeling snakes. Well, I'm not really paying attention to the two. So finally this morning I said, okay, well, which is it? Said to the universe, allow whatever one is coming through to work with us this week to really make themselves known. And on my drive to work on the radio, I heard someone mention snakes. And I thought, oh, okay, Spirit, give me a couple more signs and let me know. Sure enough, just as I'm going to get my morning coffee through Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru, I happened to look over into the bush, and there is a cardinal. So I thought, okay, I'm not sure what's going on here, but I'm guessing that I'm going to have both of them because both messages came through within 5 minutes of each other. So the more and more I thought about it, I thought, well, how is it that we can connect the two of these energies together? What is that synchronicity between the two of them? And here's what I have. Both the snake and the cardinal represent the root chakra. Root chakra is the location of our power, our primal power that connects us to Mother Earth, to our authentic nature. The root chakra is also the area of the Kundalini energy. So cardinals, if we separate them from snakes for 1 second, they embody that color red. At least the males do. The females they're more brown with a little bit of red on them, and you can definitely tell that they are cardinals. So as I was sitting outside to record today, even though I get my messages from Spirit, I'm human, so sometimes I still question everything. And I was having a really difficult time trying to record because of the sunlight so bright out here that I had to come down to a more shadowy section of my yard. But the reason that I came down to the more shadowy section, because as I heard something that said, just glance down at the end of the yard. As I glanced down, there was a cardinal at the bottom of my yard. So I thought, okay, I'm going to listen. And I come down, and as I sit down on the picnic table, there's a ladybug, which is also red. So I can't make this stuff up, guys. So the cardinal, being the red color predominantly, represents our root chakra. Cardinals also represent power. That, if you think about why it was that in ancient, medieval times, and even still to this day, the cardinals of the church, they called them cardinals, and they're actually embodied, or their robes and that are colored in red. So it represents that power, that life force energy power. So when you take on the snake is also a symbol of power. It's said that a snake, or snake-like your Kundalini energy, or your life force energy, or other people call it Shakti, this energy that is sleeping dormant most of our lives is said to be coiled up like a snake down at our root chakra. And only when we reach that point of spiritual awakening, and for most people, I'm not going to say all because things are shifting in this world and everything is going, everything is starting over and brand new. So everything is happening differently than the way that it used to be. But it was said that a person really didn't reach spiritual enlightenment or their awakening until about their early 30s. And so, and that's still the same for most people, but now we're seeing it, more and more people are awakening even earlier than that. And that's because the world is shifting. So think in terms of that Kundalini energy. It's your power. And what happens when your Kundalini awakens? Forget about the actuality, the actual part of it, but let's talk about the symbolic part of it. It's your life force energy that has been asleep for the majority of your life that is finally starting to get woken up, or and when it wakes up, it's said to uncoil, and it winds up your chakra system like this, like a snake, and out of your crown chakra. Now, those of you who watched Miranda Powell and my Oracle Guidance for the week, we talked about this new energy that's been coming in, and it's like it feels and energetically like an upflow. So because Miranda and I both work with energy and we feel energy, we can only explain it as we get it. And that's what's happening with my animal totems today. You can Google cardinals and serpents and you might get some of the information that I'm presenting, but some of my information might not be. And that's because I'm going by my intuition. I'm telling you what I'm getting from spirit and what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing. So with that Kundalini, or that new energy that's coming in, it's like that upflow. And if you notice, where I said that where I'm sick is all in my head right now. And that's because when you have that upflow of energy that comes in like the Kundalini energy, it starts at your root chakra and works its way up, pushing all the way up. And in the process, if there's anything that's stuck in there that's not serving you, it's got to come out. So that's what's happening to me. It's all coming out. Thank God, better out than in, right? So that's our two messengers. So this week, your focus is going to be all about that shedding of that serpent skin that you have. That's the powerful thing about serpents and snakes, is that they are able to shed their skin and literally regenerate and rebirth themselves every so often, as much as needed. And that's the same for humans. We are constantly evolving. We are constantly changing. And with this massive energy shifts that are coming in, helping to evolve our planet, so too are we evolving. So it's going to be even more so now than ever. So with that snake symbolism, picture yourself as that snake. You're shedding your skin. So by shedding your skin, you're shedding old habits, old energies, maybe people, relationships, situations in your lives that are no longer working, or that need to be altered, that maybe need to be shifted themselves. Maybe there was something that wasn't going on anymore, that was lying dormant, and it was causing some friction. Now it's coming to the surface, out the head and out the crown, and falling away. So those are things to really pay attention to this week, and more so, allow the process to happen. Don't resist things. When things start to fall away and our skin starts to shed, don't resist that process. Allow that natural thing to happen, because what's happening, is that it's stripping us away from all of these things that are no longer working for us. And remember when I said that most people don't have that awakening until their early 30s, it's because we go through this whole, you wouldn't be able to awaken from anything if you didn't experience life, to understand what it is that doesn't work, right? We go through experience, we learn from experience. So look back on all the things that have been going on, maybe from, your childhood up until this point, or for more recent events within the last few years or so, and take a really good look at all of those situations that you've learned from. What have you learned, and why are they shedding now? And let them fall away. And at the same time, embody that root energy, okay? So if you're not familiar with root chakras, really look into that more, okay? Because your root chakra, as I said, is that point, that base of your spine that is said to have connected us directly to the earth energy, which the earth is our, we've got to be both there, but, our crown chakra being our source, but the root chakra is that connection to Mother Earth, that primal, authentic way of being. So now this is more of a stripping away of all of the program beliefs, things that are not working, and getting back to you. And if you remember the cards that Miranda and I pulled for this week, if you haven't seen that, I suggest you get over and check that out. It's posted on my Facebook page and Miranda's Facebook page. Because it's really going to add on to what's going on right now and to this message that I'm trying to convey to you all. Really about finding your soul, finding out who you really are and what it is that you're really supposed to do with your time that you are allotted here, okay? So remember, find all of those things this week that nourish you, grow you, that empower you. Take back your power and start to allow the process to unfold. Come into that new skin of yours and stretch it out a little bit and allow that old skin to just fall away. And if you need to make adjustments in things with relationships, doesn't necessarily mean they need to fall away. It means the way that they are happening and the way that things are going need to fall away. So there's some type of an adjustment that's coming in. So allow it all to unfold naturally. You are all beautiful, wild souls, and this is a beautiful process and a beautiful journey. Don't resist it, okay? Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jamie Mendez of Magical Me on this Totem Tuesday with the snake and the Cardinal, and thanks again. Bye-bye now.